Hello everybody. Hope everybody is doing well. Welcome back to another video. Listen folks, before we get into this, let me just give you a quick PSA. Now I know wrestling is a bit in a drought, it's in a trough, it's in a drought, it's in all of those words, even if I made some up, that it's in the valley, right? It's uninteresting, but I just want to say this, folks, and this, I'm gonna get serious for a moment. I know we like to joke around. Let me get serious for a moment. No matter what happens in your life, no matter the things that you may be going through, always know there is a light at the end. And that light at the end is not of your own volition. Doesn't matter how hard you work. Doesn't matter how many women you may seek out to please you, or vice versa, how many men you may seek out to please you. Doesn't matter the amount of money you have. Doesn't matter the amount of status, the amount of wealth, the amount of power. None of that matters. The only light that is there is that light of Christ. So I encourage each and every one of you, if you're going through something, if you're struggling, whatever the case may be, the light is there and Christ is willing and ready. So make sure you surrender that part of you and give your life to Christ. All right, folks, let's get into this video. Okay, so this is extremely interesting because I want to talk about the failed vision. Yes, indeed, the vision. Look, folks, the vision has failed. All right, so we got Bron Breakker, we got Bronson Reed, the Bronze, we have Logan Paul, and we have Austin Theory. Now, the vision has utterly failed. Now, we can go in the original iteration of the vision, but that's not what this video is about. We've already been through the Seth Rollins storyline. We've already been through all that. The vision has Paul Heyman, but unfortunately, the vision within itself is sort of like a dying faction, right? It's been plagued with injury, but the thing that killed the vision is not injury. The thing that killed the vision is not the superstars within it, not Bronson Reed, not Bron Breakker, not Austin Theory, not Logan Paul. The thing that kills the vision is their eyesight, because they're blind. They're blind because the story in which we're told about the vision is completely uninteresting. And that is the crux of the problem with the vision. That is the problem. The vision has been feuding with Seth Rollins. We had this mass man debacle. We had all the things going on. And now the only intriguing thing about the vision is the potentiality of Maxxine Dupri joining the vision. So we know within ourselves that this storyline is completely uninteresting. Bron Breakker just lost to Seth Rollins. So that puts the chapter is done on that storyline. Austin Theory was going around hurting people. They didn't keep the momentum up. And so now we're stuck. We're stuck with the tag team champions being Bron Breakker and Austin Theory. We're stuck because no matter how much Paul Heyman tries to get over, no matter how much we see him on the television, it amounts and accounts for absolutely nada. It accounts for malarkey, bro. They're not interested. We need a shift. We need a change. To be honest, folks, even getting this video out took time because wrestling has been so uninteresting lately. The only saving grace was that vision and seeing what they were doing to Austin Theory, and they didn't continue to push that. Listen, I watched Raw, completely uninteresting. Yeah, we love the King of the Ring, but that can't carry a whole show. Come on now, we gotta have this storyline. So let's get back to it. The vision within itself, the Logan Paul, Austin Theory thing, it just, once they joined the vision, right, it started to diminish, especially with Austin Theory, because Theory is a bona fide superstar. He has every accolade, but he's one of those guys in which they come along to WWE. Maybe the bookend's not right. Maybe they don't just have that, that there's this thing, right? But he has all the tools, everything under his belt. Phenomenal wrestler. And as you guys know, I've been through wrestling training. I literally took a break to go through wrestling training. So when it comes to shines, when it comes to feeding up, when it comes to being in the right position, when it comes to selling, all these things in which I had to do, Austin Theory is phenomenal at it. Phenomenal. He's the best wrestler in that group. But the problem is his character and his charisma, it's not good. Now they can redeem him if they let his personality shine through. I don't know if you guys remember that time where Austin Theory couldn't get through the door and he said, "Open up this door." And it was so funny because I audibly laughed because that's Theory's personality. Theory, he's so intense and he has this pressure to the point where it can almost become comedic and he can become likable, right? Braun, on the other hand, is a genetic freak, but unfortunately, they didn't capitalize as they should. And in seeing Braun recently lose to Seth, man, it really diminished him. It looks like he's like a young boy in the big boys playground. I mean, we got Roman Reigns running around with Jacob Fatu. We got CM Punk lurking in the distance, Cody Rhodes. We got all these people. I'm not including Seth in that. We got all these people, right? And man, Braun just looks, the way they've booked him, the way his intensity is, it's not that he's not ready. They didn't give him the Brock treatment. Like when Brock came in, Brock was a beast. There's no like, oh, maybe I'm the villain and I'm sorry, Seth. No. Brock came in, he destroyed everybody because that is the type of beast that he is. He don't need to talk. He don't need to yap. He come in, does his job and walks out. And that's who Bron Breakker should have been. But unfortunately, we've relegated Bron Breakker to just another guy on the card. And so the vision within itself, the vision experiment has failed. The question is, what do they do to pivot? Do they pivot where they break up the vision? Do they pivot where different things happen? And you notice that I haven't mentioned Bronson Reed in all this, because honestly, Bronson Reed was just another guy in the vision. He contributed nothing to the vision whatsoever. The tsunami thing was cool, but that's about it. I can name Carlito for him doing the backstabber. That doesn't mean really anything. And so we're in this predicament where the vision can either break up or they can shift into a different direction. I think they should shift into Austin Theory becoming the leader. I think Austin Theory has what it takes, but I think we need to see a shift in character. Let me know what you guys think. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, and we'll talk to you guys later.